Alright, so you have started a recruitment agency, or you're thinking about starting a recruitment agency, and you just don't know how to find jobs. So how do you find a job? In this video, I'm going to show you the easiest way that anybody can find a job, just like right? So if you want to find a job just like that, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Make sure you like this video, because if I get enough likes, then that's going to tell me I should keep making more videos. And if you want to see more videos, like and subscribe. Cool. All right. So in the last video, we spoke about how to find your first client. In this video, we're going to be speaking about how to get a job just like that, right? So the very, very quick and easy way to do that is, look, obviously you follow those steps that I've shown in the previous videos about how to choose your niche. Once you've got, firstly, being a specialist, choosing a niche, what is that niche going to be, and then starting your brand and all that type of stuff, right? So you've done all of that, you've started to get clients on board, right? But you haven't found any jobs. Well, there's a very, very easy way that you can do this, right? So you can go here, you can type in the role that you are specializing within your business. So if you specialize within placing employment solicitors, then you can just go here, go to LinkedIn and type in jobs, and then you can find here the different roles that are being recruited for. So this one here, for some reason, it's showing a lot of varied things. Even though I typed in employment solicitor, there must be employment somewhere here. So we might need to just do this. So we put speech marks around it. Speech marks mean we just want to see that. So you see how that's changed now? You had like family law, you had corporate law, because employment would have been found somewhere in those job descriptions along with the word solicitor, right? So now we've added the speech marks at the start and end. It says, I just want to find any jobs with this specific phrase. It's not saying I want to find everything. It's saying I want to find within that phrase. Cool. All right. So we can look here, Neat House Partners. So what is Neat House? Invites applications for the business. We are seeking experience. So are these guys... So what you want to find out is, are these guys the company or are they the recruiters? So employment law is you can consulting specialist providing comprehensive outsourced HR employment. I think they're a recruiter or some type of consultancy maybe, but I don't know. I just don't like that, right? So lots of recruitment companies, Venn Group, Harvey John. That's good. To be honest, I mean, looking at this seems like a very, very healthy market, if I'm being honest with you. I'm looking at the locations as well. It's like throughout the country. I mean, this is really good. I'm considering starting a solicitor recruitment firm and building it in front of you guys. So again, if you want to see that, if you want to see me build a recruitment firm in front of you, then I need to know that there's some interest for that. And I need to know that you guys want to see that. And the way that you can do that is pressing the like button. So click that like button now. And you're going to have to watch it, right? You're going to have to know that I'm building it. So you have to press subscribe so that you can keep in touch. All right, that's cool. Look, B&Q, right? Sorry, I was just talking and I wasn't really looking, right? So B&Q are looking for an employment solicitor. Now, this is a fantastic client to go for. And I'll tell you why, all right? Because B&Q aren't a law firm. They're a corporate, they're DIY industry, but they have a need for in-house lawyers. And that means that they're not going to have a massive department. It's not going to be like a huge thing that they have. And they're not going to have constant churn of employment solicitors. They'll probably only have a couple, right? So they'll probably only have a few employment solicitors working internally for them. And because of that, if they have any internal recruiters, they're not going to have any type of repository of employment solicitors. Right, so they will need to go out and attack the market fresh and new. They won't really know what it makes a good employment solicitor and not. But if you're specializing in this sector, then your day-to-day activity is just finding employment solicitors all day long. So your database is a lot deeper for employment solicitors than an internal recruiter that might have finance managers and HR people and sales people and all these other different type of people. And employment solicitor is just one type of vacancy that comes up within the company, right? So a internal recruiter generally are generalists, right? So they have to have a wide spread of different roles that they recruit for, but you are just recruiting within a horizontal, so employment solicitors and then head of employment law and partners within employment law, right? So this is a really good client. Again, I don't know how many employment solicitors they have, but they'll probably have a few. And it won't be the whole company, is what I'm trying to say. So it's not the whole company of employment solicitors where the internal recruiters got that they've got that down, right? They've got loads of internal, a deep database of employment solicitors that they can go to. So they might not be as willing to work with recruiters. But for these guys, this is going to be a new role. So and they're going to need it. Like if you're B&Q, you're going to have a lot of cases coming against you internally from your staff. So you are going to want to make sure that you tap these guys up. So this is how you find a job very quickly, right? So now we know which company is looking. Let's see the jobs. So let's see who they had as the recruiter for this. Who's hiring? Does it have the person's name? It doesn't. Okay, cool. All right. So what you would want to do is you'd want to go to B&Q. So when you go to a company's profile, then this is what it looks like, and then you want to go to people, law. Let's just see what comes up. 276. Second year law student, LB law grad. People as a law grad, sure manager. Head of legal. Let me type in legal. Look, remember guys, I've never done legal recruitment. All right, but let's just see what comes up. All right, cool. So who have we got? A deputy manager at B&Q. What's he deputy manager of, though? Showing trading manager. No, definitely not him. Project manager experience. Law, talent acquisition manager. See, she's the internal recruiter of that talent acquisition. Yeah. So they're not going to have like a deep repository of employment solicitors that they can go to. So, but look, you don't want to go to them. You don't want to go to the talent acquisition managers because their job is to make sure that you don't take big fees from them. There's not a need to pay people big fees. Okay, so legal compliance, HR director, definitely not the HR director, Mary. That's not who you want to go to. High energy leader, positive mindset. I mean, he seems a bit more head of legal, positive mindset and all that. Store manager, rated, but not you. Head of assets. Is there no head of legal trading manager? Okay, so let's just do this a different way. Legal and compliance. So senior legal compliance manager. So he's going to be involved managing counsel. Yeah, that seems a bit more. Yeah, G, opportunity, come join us. Which role is she talking about? Data protection manager. No, okay, cool. Managing counsel, head of legal. Boom. There we go. Amy. This is who you want to get in touch with. Anybody who just started a legal recruitment firm for employment solicitors. Here's a job for you. Amy is the person that you'd want to get in touch with. And you would want to get some CVs over for employment solicitors. Ideally, you'd want in-house employment solicitors, so people who've worked for corporates. So you'd want someone who's got experience. I mean, I don't know what the job is. I mean, let's have a look then. Let's see what it says. Again, I've never done legal recruitment before. I'm just speaking as I'm reading this. Required skills. Employment law experience, at least 5 years PQE. Right, well, let's type that in. What does PQE mean? So there you go. You can use ChatGPT AI to post-qualified experience. All right, cool. So you wouldn't want to search PQE. You just want to know 5+ years from the time that they've started university. They've got 5 years of experience. Immigration, risk-based employment, immigration legal advice on a variety of answers. Okay, so you'd want somebody risk-based employment. So is risk-based employment? What is risk-based employment? Is that a specific skill? It's a framework. All right, cool. So that's what you want. You want to type in risk-based employment because that's a framework. If that's a framework, that's a thing that people will have on their CVs. Immigration, you would type in to your search. Yeah, I mean, I don't think you need to go that specific. I would just say maybe employment solicitor, and then I'll type in risk-based, and I'll type in immigration. I mean, that's pretty much just general. Can we get honest relationship with the following? Retail, obviously, if they worked in any of these sectors, are good. If they worked in retail sector, great. Obviously, this is, like I said, liaising with external lawyers to ensure deliver high quality, best fee structure, IQ. Employment law developments with any relevant. All right, so yeah, so what were they doing? Like, are they working for the law firm, or are they working for a corporate? What side were they on? Did they used to represent individuals, or did they used to represent corporate entities? So that's the type of stuff that you want to look for. But just to be honest, generally, this seems like quite a broad spec. I would just type in employment solicitor, retail, and that's very specific. Just employment solicitor, yeah, risk-based, role purpose, delivery, commercially focused, risk-based specialist employment, yeah, and immigration. That's what their main concern is. So risk-based, immigration. You got Amy here. You can go to a website like Lusher or Hunter.io, and you can type in Amy Mills and B&Q.com, and then it'll give you her email address, and then you send her CVs. So very, very simple. That's a 75k, advertiser 75k plus hybrid working. 2 days per off. It's a good role. It's a really, really good role. I mean, excellent. 75k, charge 20%, around 15k. Happy days. If you get somebody in, I mean, look, it says up to 75k, which really means that if they find somebody very, very good, they really like him or her, then, 80, 85, even 90k, I would say send people at that level. So send people at even at the 90k level. So this is what you want to do. You want to send a spread. You want to send a spread between like 60 to 90k. And the reason that you want to do that is you want to let your clients see what is available to them. So when you do your shopping online, you can sort the products out by price. And this is something that I do. I'll look from the most expensive down to the cheapest, and just to see what is available, right? So sometimes you don't want to pay too much. Why would I pay £400 for a jumper when something that looks very, very similar from the same brand, but maybe it's like a lesser tier within their brand, is 80 quid. So I'm just going to go for the 80 quid one. I'm not going to spend £400 on a jumper, right? It's not within my budget. I was only looking to spend 200 quid today on a jumper and some trousers, right? So I'm not going to spend 400 quid. It's within my budget. It does the same job. All right, it doesn't have all the fanciness and the little whatever on it. The material isn't made up. Doesn't matter, right? So that different ways that people buy, right? They might look at somebody's CV and say, look, 90k for this guy compared to this guy who's 80k. When I say guy, it's intergenderable. Right? Don't be offended, ladies, right? But so then they might go for the guy who's at 90k, the candidate that's at 90k, because actually, even though it's above their budget, he still or she still looks like a bargain for the experience that they're coming with, and they get on great with the person, etc., etc. Right? So send a spread. There you go. There's your first job. Anyone who's following this so far, apparently I'm building an employment solicitor firm, recruitment agency. So yeah, if you haven't subscribed, your loss. Why watch this video all the way to the end and not be subscribed? Weird. So I'll see you on the next video. What's the next video going to be about? Right. So next video is going to be about AI and recruitment. I've just done a few quick searches here in front of you, and you've seen a few quick prompts and how it's helped me like that, just to understand what's going on with this. But let's make a whole video about AI. Somebody actually asked me in the comments to make a video about how AI is going to affect recruiters, or how it can help or benefit recruiters. So that's what that video is going to be about. Obviously, if you're watching this a few days after that I've released it, then the video is going to be up here. So click this video here. That's the video I'm talking about AI and recruitment. See you there. And subscribe. Have you subscribed yet or not? Do that now.